Hello everybody, this is Tony Nelson from the Rice Lake Curling Club, and we're about to start the 4th annual Rice Lake Curling Bonspiel. So I'd like to say thank you. This is my first time commentating, and I guarantee you there will be mix-up. But tonight, to start the tournament, we have Finlandia versus University of Minnesota, number 1-1. So we're just about to set, so hold on for just a second. Alright, starting us off, Minnesota won. Just threw their first stone, and it looks a little heavy. Just going through the back line. Finlandia skip, Nathan Jarvie is sweeping it. Looks like we have a back 12 fighter. So now we got Sonia Schumacher from Finlandia going to throw our first stone. Just looking to do a little draw or guard. And their teammates are sweeping it. Looks to be pretty decent. And it turns out to be a little light, so I'm going to take that rock out of there. Just got to make sure it's crossing the far hog line. Sorry for the non-commentary, folks. We're having a few difficulties with one thing, but I'll be back in just a little bit. Hello folks, my name is Tony Nelson. I'd like to welcome you to the 4th annual Rice Lake College Bonspiel. We're a little bit late due to some technical difficulties, but we have Minnesota 1 against Finlandia. They are in their second end. Currently, Finlandia has a lead 2-0. So we're going to get her going and get her started. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so we got Rachel Lewis getting the rock down. Looks like she did a hit on Red Rock. Looks like we got a little bit of a debate going on here. I'm going to switch the view over to the... No, I'm going to just leave it the way it is. This is our first time doing some web streaming here at the Rice Lake Curling Club, so as well as my first time commentating, so I ask that you please bear with us, and things will get better as we get going. It looks like Nathan Jarvis is going to be rolling off the game shot. Wasn't completely clear to see what he was going for, but it looks like he's going to try and just open up the middle. Or maybe even go out through the court. Ended up colliding, but he opened it up. Alright, looks like we got Rachel setting up for a takeout shot. Well, actually, no, what am I thinking? That's going to be a draw. Minnesota 1 is sitting 1 point currently right now in the end. Shot's on its way. Sweepers are on the sweep. Oh, now they're up. And she's going to raise the red rock into the house. No real harm done. I mean, she's got a dart up there now for the center line. And it looks like Minnesota 1 is going to take 1 point. And number 3 coming up. Alright, I finally got the scoreboard setting figured out and got the right end put on there. So we're starting the third end. Minnesota's got a guard that's biting the 12 foot. Looking to set up another guard right now. Oh, they're sweeping hard, sweeping hard. Alright, they have a zone, looks like a zone 1 guard up. Now blocking their top 12 biter. Now we have Sonia Schumacher from Finlandia throwing her second shot. Looks like they're going for a takeout on that top yellow guard. No, she's not going to make it. She's going to collide with the top yellow guard. Now we're looking at Whitman Barrett for Minnesota, the second, about to throw his first zone. Just looking to do a guard or a draw to the button. Alright, shots on its way. Sweepers are just following it down. Looks a little bit hot. And it's going to crash on the top guard. Alright, now for Finlandia, we got Sarah Schumacher. Alright, it looks like we're just going to do a little draw. You know, try and hide behind that 12-footer yellow rock biting. Alright, well the line is good, but the weight's a little up, it looks like. And yeah, there's a little bit much on that one. So. Alright, let's see if Whitman can do a little damage this time. Just going to do a draw. Alright, weight looks lesser this time. The sweepers are on it. See if they can get us go behind that guard.
That's a good restaurant.
Oh, it's just gonna, do a little bump on that one. Alright, Finlandia's just gonna try and put a top guard there, or maybe a biter. Weight looks to be a little hot. Yeah, just a little hot again. She must have ate her Wheaties again before she came to play today. Alright, so now we got the third, Hunter Welch. He's going to be throwing his first stone. Rachel was calling for a draw. You know, tried to hide the weenie as I heard a junior national curler announcer say the one time, and I always wanted to say it once if I ever did this. So, shot's on its way. Line looks pretty good. Sweepers are sweeping hard. Looks like it's gonna crash at best. Boy, that rocket is really swing. Yeah, ended up just being a guard. Now Jordan Jarvey is going to be going for a draw, trying to hide it behind the yellow rocks. Sweepers are on it. Looks like it's gonna fall a little short. Pretty soon we're gonna have a Christmas tree in front of the house. Alright, let's see if Hunter can get it in there. Definitely has plenty of room. Option B option coming down. This will be a little hot. Oh, he's got a bad 12. So Minnesota has got two that are in the house fighting, and Jordan Jarvey is going to attempt to draw again. Looks to be a little heavy on the weight. Good line, just a little too hot.
Evan's a good guy.
Well, I definitely can say, folks, after doing this for 5 minutes, I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable. I have yet to start on the liquid courage for the night, but the night's still young. And by tomorrow afternoon, I'll be pretty well set. Alright, so we have Rachel coming up here, just going to be going for, I'm assuming they're probably just going to go for a guard, probably just a top 12 biter. Or if that works, if she's a little heavy, just, try and hide it around them. Guards up there. Sweepers are doing a little touch and roll with the ice. Weight looks to be pretty good. It's just got a curl. Sweepers are on it again. Turns out to be a guard, but it kind of hung out there, didn't curl, didn't come back in as much as she would want it. It's on the left side of the 4-foot line. Alright, now Nathan Jarvey, he's up. He's going to throw his first stone. He's just going to try and draw the port, put a guard up there behind, all the guards that are up front.
Even on our outside sheet, because we got that 2-foot barrier, it's pretty clean. Once in a while you get a straight spot or a fall, but not very often.
Got a few walkers in front of the camera, but that's alright. They don't like the draw.
Decent curl.
Nathan's in the hack.
If you're in all. My dad.
Line looks good. Sweepers are on it. It's got a curl. And nice shot by Nathan Jarvie, drawing it around. It's half covered by the guards that are in front. So we'll see what Rachel wants to do here. She's going to follow it in, or she's going to, try for the take. Looks like she's going to be going for a take, probably bump weight.
Because experience will be that make a difference. Thinner.
All right, here's the shot. Looks to be good line. It's got to come. It's got to curl. Looks like it's just going to hang out there and crash.
Hell is constantly coming through.
Alright, so right now, Finlandia's got one that's scoring. They're just going to go for a draw, try and get the two, which is all you want to get with the hammer. You always want to get two or more. So he already threw one good draw, so we can see if he can do it again. Alright, shot's on its way. A little wide of the boom. She's got plenty of house to work with. Might be looks a little hot too. Yeah, it doesn't look like this one's going to stay at all.
Wide and heavy.
So yeah, Finlandia will take the lead 3-1, coming up into the fourth end.
I didn't see that. I don't like that.
Alright folks, I will be back in just a minute. Alright, well folks, I am back and the first rock was thrown in. Actually, the first two rocks were thrown. Red rock is not in play. Yellow rock is in top 12. Nathan, I think he's actually going for a draw behind the yellow rock. Just a wee bit heavy. Rachel's gonna take care of that rock, no problem. Alright, so Minnesota's lead, Kevin Schrader, gonna be throwing his second stone.
Unless I don't go to mile and boat, half an hour. So let's say I go for 30, then we go up to that, we sit back. We rush.
This will be a little heavy. I don't know. It's checking up pretty good. Sweepers are on it. They're just going to be right in front of the yellow rock that you can see on the screen. They're directly right up on it. It is not touching. Alright, so now here Sarah Schumacher's going to throw her first stone. Looks like Nathan wants to go for the takeout. Rock's on its way. She seems to be wide of room. Yeah, they were going for the takeout. Just a little bit excited. Alright, so we got Whitman coming up for Minnesota.
I'm all caught up in a couple of what I should have done was went and watched Grey's on because I missed the not Amanda, BBC. I don't know if I really just I got this. I don't know. Last year, I mean, last time I had a but Gary just came through here and he sits here and I'm always
Alright, just looks like we're just going for a draw here. That's heavy and wide. Alright, well let's see if Sarah can get her this time. Gonna be going for the take. Yeah, it's kind of tough to see from the angle. Oh, she hit the broom this time. Sweepers are on. Rock's curling pretty hard. She's gonna get something. She's gonna crash. Nathan Jarby trying to sweep that back yellow one. Seemed to be just a little light on the tape weight. Alright, here comes Whitman's. Just going for a draw. A little hot. Just gonna hit the back yellow rock. But it's another rock in play. Doesn't take any out. Alright, looks like Nathan Jarby's just going for the draw here. You know, at worst it goes back for backing on that middle back, yellow rock. I promise I'll work on my commentating skills as I try and describe everything that I'm saying over the weekend polls. But nonetheless, shots on the way. A little light. Sweepers are sweeping. But I think they're going to try and go to the different yellow rock. Alright, there's your lead rock for the moment.
Oh, that's what it was from when someone won it?
Alright, looks like Rachel just wants to take care of that red rock in play, go for the big end. Probably just go for a little hit and roll over towards the center. Here, rock's on its way. The sweepers are sweeping. It's curling heavy. It's gonna crash on the guard red rock. No, Jarvis calling guard. He's debating between a guard and a draw, but it looks like he's going to go for a guard on that lead rock. Jordan Jarvis, she threw it and she hit the broom. Let's see where it ends up for her. Yep, it's going to be a guard. It's going to come down right up to it. Kind of tough to see a red rock and a red circle, but she brought it right down to it and pretty much froze it. And Rachel's going to be called for a take on the red rocks, bust them open. See if Hunter can get the handle down this time. Shot's on its way. Looks to be good. Could hear a boom coming soon. Alright. He removed one of the red rocks. No yellow rock and shot rock. I officially give anybody that announces games for a living, this takes a lot of concentration and getting used to what the heck you're doing, pushing buttons. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Looks like Nathan's just going to go for a draw. If anything, freeze it on the yellow rock that's in the back 8 bullet. Alright, the stone has been released. Sweepers are starting to get on it. Cross the hog line. It's just going to be a little light. Right on the left side of the center line, top 12 foot.
I'm glad to hear that from you, really.
You know, we got Rachel coming up to shoot. Not quite quite sure if she's going for a take on the red rock that's on the top 12 on the center line, or if she's going for a draw. Looks like she was going to go for an actual in off one of the red rocks, but she ended up just going through the port. You know, it's just a little too much weight.
Alright, goodbye.
I hope everybody can hear me over the background noise that I can see the mic is picking up. It looks like Nathan Jarby is just going to go for a draw. Or if the line plays funky, just do a raise on one of his red rocks.
Hopefully I'm not on call. Hopefully I'm not on call.
Waits up.
Recording or what stream on?
Takes off the yellow rock in the front of the house. And just rolls a little far to be shot off. Now Minnesota is trying to debate what the best shot is for them. Looks like they're going to be just going with a draw, trying to hide it behind the red rock.
The last 2 weeks.
Change your mind, we'll see at 8:30 in the morning.
Sure. Have a cup of coffee.
Alright, Rachel shot us on her way. It's got a good broom. Just see how the weight is here in a little bit. Looks to be a little heavy. Yeah, I don't know why Minnesota, unless they were trying for a wick off their front yellow rock, but they swept it and ended up going through. So I'm assuming that Finlandia gained another point. Alright, so that's 4 ends complete. We are going to take a sponsor timeout right now, which we are sponsored by Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Delivery. So I will be back in just a moment. Alright, folks. We officially have the fifth in progress. Turns out that Minnesota ended up getting 1 point there, so Finlandia's lead is 3-2 over Minnesota 1. Alright, and to start this off, we have all three rocks that are in play that have been thrown are all three guards. So now we have Sonia Schumacher coming up to try and throw a draw. Got plenty of room, looks to be a little too hot still. Unfortunately, Sonia hasn't been able to get the speed down quite yet. Oh wow, it actually checks out. Well hey, what do I know anyway? I'm just a guy back here trying to be. Alright, now we got Kevin Schrader coming up again from Minnesota. He's going to try and do a draw behind all the guards that are in front of the house on the center line. Alright, he's off. Line is a little bit narrow. Weight is up. Yeah, he's just too hot, folks. Alright, now we got Sarah up. Gonna deliver her first stall at the end and just going for a draw. Stone's on his way, and I think it's a little hot too. Seems like the front end of both teams are having a little bit of troubles with their, draw weight. Oh, she ends up bumping up the other red rock in front. And it comes over onto the tee line. Now, just to give everybody heads up, as you can see, that rock is fully exposed. So Minnesota is just going to try and do a hit and roll over.
How do we switch this up here?
Alright, sorry about that, folks. I had a spectator ask me a question about how to change the TV monitor. Looks like he ended up missing a shot. Looks like Jarvis. Well, he was. Alright, he's just gonna go for a guard. Keep that red rock that's on the forecourt. Just to keep it protected a little bit. Sarah shot's on her way. A little narrow on the broom, so this is going to end up swinging wide.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind. That's true. Also, I guess Nick hasn't slept for like a day.
Yeah, so it's a guard, but it's more for a corner shot guard. So now Minnesota is just going to try and do a hit and roll again. See if Hunter can hit it. I wonder if they have a Commentators for Dummies book out there. If there was, I should have read it. Alright, Hunter shot's on its way. And he crashes out front. On a bunch of guards that are up there. red rock that you can see in there is still fully exposed.
As long as it wasn't your rock that you just knocked out.
Alright, now we got Jordan Jarvie. Just gonna go and set up a guard again, keep that red rock protected. Alright, the release is done, it's on the way. Sweepers are on it right from the get-go. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Just what every sweeper hates to hear from the skip. And she's going to crash on a yellow rock up front.
Maybe someday.
It's a little effective.
I just try to stay informed.
The red rock's a little less exposed now, but Minnesota still has plenty of opportunity to get at it. Puncher's up for his second shot. Rachel's just calling for a draw down to it.
I don't know if it's a like.
It's going good.
Seems to be a little heavy,
I think
folks,
it's fair.
and wide. Oh, you're gonna get a piece of it. Never mind.
I'll fill out my contacts.
Not exactly what Rachel wanted. Now that red rock is fully hidden by the massive guard zone of rocks that are in front of it. Yellow rock is fully exposed for Finlandia if they want to play with it. Looks like he's just going to go for a hit and roll.
Well, if it's outside, it matters when they knock the yellow. It's actually our left chin. There's no way you can get the triple A's.
Alright, and the sweepers are on Jordan's shot right away. Sweeping hard all the way down. Just a little narrow. Goes right through the pores, doesn't hit any of them. Just to give everybody a heads up, UW Stevens Point number 2 team is going against UW Green Bay right now on a different sheet. I'm not 100% sure who's won at the moment, but Yellow Rock is beating Red Rock 7-4. And it appears that UW Stevens Point number 2 is beating Green Bay 7-4 right now, and they're in the 7th end. All right, now Rachel's shot's on its way. Looks like she's just going for a draw.
Still got high speed.
Oh, yeah, might be.
Oh, it's looking good. Yes, yes.
It's gonna bite.
Tap it a little bit. Yeah! Oh, ours might be out.
And it crashes just enough
A little outside.
on the red rock. It's tough to tell from the camera view, but I think yellow's in 2. They have 1 for sure. No. But if they don't have 1 and 2, they have 1 and 3. Now we got Nathan coming up for his first shot. Finlandia has to hammer this in. And Nate's shot is off.
As many students can go, I think they
Sweepers are on it, halfway down the sheet.
Yeah.
And he goes and hits that back yellow rock and takes shot rock.
Draws, not giving up the real. You gotta sit on the button.
Looks like Rachel's gonna do a little gambling here. Actually, I think she's just gonna go for the straight draw and sit right on it. Sit, try and get it right on the button.
He's over there waiting for
Yeah, she's just going for the draw. She's got a good line. Just depends on the weight. Might be a little heavy. It's hanging wide, a little heavy. Alright, well, Finlandia with the opportunity here, just hit and stick for 3. Or I would assume that's what you would go for in this situation. They might just be going for draw. They're just giving a lot of room. Yeah, they're going for take. A lot of room given. I don't know if this one's going to come back enough. Yeah, it just came out wide.
So now we only got one.
So, my presumption is correct. Finlandia only got 1 point with the hammer that time.
No, you're gonna make your do worse when you hold it up.
I'm gonna get out of here. There's like one. I'll be here by 6 or something.
You can get
Alright, folks, so Finlandia currently has the lead 4-2 after 5 ends.
Because you can get more
Currently in the beginning of the 6th end.
It's too fast. That was a very.
Alright, so Minnesota has the hammer. Reds got 2 in play.
We have to figure out the center for us. They don't make like hit the center.
Jarvis just going for a draw behind the yellow guard. Sonia was narrow the broom. Sweepers are on it. And there it's gonna crash just gently on a yellow rock that's on a guard on the left side of the sheet. And Rachel is just gonna call for a draw behind her own guard, center line.
It was a nice performance though.
Yeah, but he has
I honestly did not
Shot looks to be a little bit heavy.
You're not coaches.
Yep, just a little too heavy, folks.
It's not that big. There's some reason I don't like
Thanks for the popcorn. Yeah.
the squeakers. They're tiny.
Alright, looks like Nathan's just going for a guard up front, trying to lock that center line. Sweepers are on it. Rock's curling hard and it's coming to a stop. Looks going to be zone 3 corner guard. Alright, Rachel's just going to go for a draw to the button. Try and do the same shot she did the last time. See if Hunter can get it. Sweepers are on it. They're going hard. And it's going to bump against their yellow rock top of the house. The center guard, yellow rock, rolled to the left, not biting, thrown rock. Yeah, you can see it there. It's a top 12-foot biter. Looks like Nathan's just going to go for a guard up front. Hey, Rock's coming. It looks a little hot. It's going to stick around, though. It's going to be a T-line shot, best. 8 foot, actually. Alright, Rachel's just going to go for a hit and roll on the red rack up front there.
It's not going to get enough roll.
Is it gonna hit it?
It's going to hit it. It's not going to hit it.
Yeah, it's going to hit, but it does stick around. It came around nicely at the end. So now yellow is shot rock.
Oh, I just want to see it curve. I can't see. Is that in your way? No, no, it's just like you can't like see it if you're not behind it.
He doesn't like you, man.
That's it, I think. I mean, I walked over my once before and the whole table left. It's not a personal. I didn't shower today. You know what? It's just, I'm jealous of the presence of the mustache. If I could.
Alright, it looks like Nate's just going to go for a corner draw behind the yellow rocks, and there's a couple other guards that are up there, as you can see on the left-hand side of the sheet.
Alright, I'm going home. You're alone.
It's very uncommon.
Mom just explained it. But you said that the middle number is the
His shot's on his way. It's got a curl.
So what is the score?
A little heavy.
It's 4-2.
Looks like maybe the batch ball foot, it'll hang around.
Send it back.
Nope.
Get it to the red.
Yep. Batch ball binder.
That's a nice spot. It's a little back in case we throw the draw.
Okay, now this has got wait. We can't do this on a hammer. Wait. That's what I asked you. I said, is this the hammer? You said, yes, we have here. Okay. Yes, here. I'm figuring that out.
Looks like Rachel's just going to go for a draw behind her yellow rock.
Wire on.
What is wire arse?
I just can't draw too close to the black patch.
I don't know why you can't draw. Now you know how to color pencil.
You got any colored pens?
Matt, what are you doing? Matt, it's Rachel's shot.
Every shot is the whole team.
It looks like the
Alright, Rachel shot's on the way.
I say Rachel's shooting now. Throw it.
Sweepers are on. Just got a curl.
I would just leave it. I wouldn't sweep. I would just let it.
Starting to come now. Sweepers sweeping hard.
That's not bad. It's a the take.
Yeah, that's not so bad. I mean, it's definitely a shot rock. Minnesota's sitting 2 right now. The rock is still halfway exposed from that guard that's up in front of it. So it looks like Finlandia is just going to do the same thing. They're going to try and follow it down and sit right on top of that shot yellow rock there in the 4-foot.
I'll call it 4.
So like the stone that was just like
I thought you wanted to see your shot.
yeah, so like
Tried to call you. No, she's got.
And Nathan shot's on the way. Looks pretty hot. Gonna crash on his batch ball of red rock. And misses the yellow. Crashes on his own red, and then both just bite on the back 12.
we have another rock. It looks like we're sitting.
Alright, well, Rachel, a chance here to score 3.
Alright, make your shot, Rachel.
Make the game neck and neck again.
Like if you
Smell great.
go to the sideline,
And that also puts Minnesota, if it plays like it should be, coming home with the hammer in the 8th.
so honestly, if we were my first pick, it would be very.
She looks like she's still. She likes.
Alright, shots on the way. Sweepers are sweeping halfway through it.
I think it's just.
Sweepers can bring it in.
Yeah.
You can't bring it back. So you gotta bring
Stop now, stop.
Or no, all the way. You sure? Yeah.
Gotta keep going hard. Oh, there you go. Yeah, not a problem. Everybody's clapping in the background. I'm surprised we don't have a cowbell here yet.
Cowbell? We need a cowbell? Is that what you're saying?
Now everybody, I shouldn't have said that because now everybody's going to be going getting a cowbell tonight, and we have no shortage of cowbells in Wisconsin. All right, seventh inning coming up in just a bit. We're going to take a sponsor timeout. All right, first zone of the seventh inning is on the way for Minnesota. Just trying to go for a guard. And he does this just so. Kevin Schrader for Minnesota, everybody. Zone 2 guard.
So do we have 8 points right now?
Then we have Sonia Schumacher for Finlandia. Going for a corner guard called by Nathan Jarvie. And she hogged it, folks. Just a little too light. Sonia is not having the best time here in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. She's been a little too heavy and a little too light. But tomorrow will be a better day. All right, now we got Kevin up again for a second shot. Just going to go for another guard shot called by Rachel.
Now you got a late draw tomorrow, probably, huh? Oh, that's not heavy. No one falls.
A little narrow on the broom, but nothing hurt much. Can't quite tell them the speed. Looks like they're getting on it now. Actually, it might turn out just to be a draw behind the guard that I have up there. And, yep, they get a biter. Perfectly covered by the guard that's out front of it. A couple nice zones for Kevin. All right, Sarah Schumacher is just going to be going for a guard or a draw. It's a little trickier when I'm talking, folks. For some reason, this microphone that's on my headset is echoing, so I get confused a little bit. There's be a pretty zone at the weights there. Light.
You guys came all the way from Wausau, huh?
Yep.
We're groupies.
You guys come in. I got a short rock, actually. Where are you from? Eau Claire.
That rock was actually hot, too.
That's a nice club.
You graduate all the first over.
All right, now we got Whitman. Second for Minnesota 1 team. Just going to be going for guard. It's either a guard or a draw, but it looks like a guard. She's going for. He came pretty narrow on the broom. And he seems to be a little bit heavy. He's going to crash on the front guard and bump that one in. Well, that's one way of getting this shot. She wanted a guard up there. I mean, he just did it a different way. Can't complain too much, I guess. I still have that biter, 1/4 blotch. St. Nathan's going for the take, hit and roll.
I get it now.
Sweepers are on a hard, crossing over the center line, calls them up, puts them back on. Ended up being corner guard. Alright, looks like Rachel's going for a draw. Option C shot coming up now. I think that was what you would call a miscue. But it's going to race the race up their yellow rock. A little too much. No, it stays in play. Sometimes you just got to play them as they fly. Alright, we got a takeout. Trying to open up that center. And she does. She gets the one, but she doesn't get the other. But it keeps the center a little more open. Plenty of room to work with. Rachel's just going to try and put the rock where that one just was. Plug up the center line.
Okay.
Alright. Hunter Welsh this up. See if he can do a guard. Or at worst a draw. Seems it might be a little bit heavy. Sweepers are just walking the dog right now. And we have our first wipeout of the tournament. Hunter seems pretty excited right now. Just threw his hands down up in the air. I'm assuming he's probably making fun of his teammate that just had a graceful fall. But he's back up. Nobody's hurt, so we're all good. Alright, now Nathan Jarvie is just going to be going for a draw shot. Okay, sweepers are doing a little touch and go right now. Oh, another wipeout. That one was a little more rough, folks. And the shot ended up just being his own 3 guard, froze up to another rock. There's a cluster that's going on up there. Alright, Hunter with his second shot. Looks like he's just going for a draw or a guard again. Okay, it's coming back around. We'll see where it ends up. Ends up getting in the back house. Well, it's definitely not pretty at this side, but Minnesota's got 3 count right now going on. Jordan Jarvie with her the next shot. Looks like she's just going to bring it down to that back yellow. Oh, doesn't get to stay.
I'll clog it up.
Well, it puts it down to Minnesota only having 2 points right now. And we're to be done.
And that's where
Rachel coming up to throw her first shot at the end. Looks like she's just gonna just do a guard, clog up that port.
I call it
Alright, weight looks to be not an issue. Except maybe a little hot. And she crashes up in the guards that are out front. Nathan and his wife, Jordan, are contemplating what to do. I guess I'm pretty fortunate that my fiance doesn't curl, so I'll never really be in that situation. It's who's right and who's wrong. And then you gotta think about where you're gonna sleep, you know, once you get home, if you're gonna be on the couch or not. Oh, it's all good.
Alright, UWSB, let's roll time. Wait, Nebraska's gonna be here. Let's jump in.
I mean,
And it's official, folks, that UW Superior, or UW Stevens Point, number 2 team has defeated UW Green Bay 7-5. All right, here comes Nate. I think he's gonna try and draw it in. Okay, shots on his way. His sweepers are on it right away. Looks a little narrow. Trying to keep it to hold the line out there.
Mike? Oh, to the inside. Get the yellow. Yep.
Ended up crashing. Not a whole lot happening with it. Yellow's got another biter. So I really wish I could zoom the camera down there, just forward a little bit, 'cause there's just a massive wall of rocks all over the place. But as it remains, Minnesota still got two shot rocks.
You don't need a curl like that. That was all great. Yeah, we look back home.
It looks like Rachel's just going to go for another. It's going to be a wide draw shot. Just to put another one in there, put the pressure on Nathan. All right. Chills. The rock is out there. And she's going to take out the bench. Everybody give her a clap for that one. Everybody's clapping. I haven't seen somebody do that since an old teammate of mine. I cannot say what state or condition he was in at that time. He might have been under the influence of improper curling.
no, it's not like that.
No worries, Rachel. I got it all on camera. And I bet you she's thinking that right now. Yeah, she looks a little red in the face.
It's just the cold out there.
I wouldn't mind that.
The guy below.
I think if we could.
I mean, when I said it was a wide shot, it was pretty wide. there wasn't really much more room that he could have held without being on the other sheet. All right, well, Nathan's up. Looks like he's going for a raise. Looks like it's hanging out there, maybe a little too hot. Oh. He rose it, didn't get everything that he wanted.
Yeah, that looks like it's no, I mean they're gonna.
What did you do?
They're only kind of like.
All right, folks. So Minnesota's got a lead, 7-4. Coming home in the 8th inning. Finlandia's got the hammer. And I'm just gonna update the score real quick.
It's just previous predecessor at work, I should say. Sure.
All right, there we go.
You started working for a lawn care company?
All right, so far, all 4 of the free guard zone rocks are not in play. And Rachel's not going to take any chances.
Almost took her off.
Now that would have been pretty funny. She just hit the bench a little bit ago. Now if that rock would have spun her around, she would have been cut off for the night. Alright, so I'm going to assume that Nathan's just going to go for a guard, try and get something up there and make Minnesota miss. Yeah, I'm just going to go for a guard.
Or like, yes. So if we have like something up top, they can hide behind. If we have something in back, they can go right in front of it. And then either way,
Alright, Sarah shot's on the way, and she's heavy.
so like it'll hit ours up, and theirs is gonna be.
It just takes when there's like the less rocks there are in play, the less likely you're going to score.
It's actually looking pretty good. My judgment's a little bit off.
When there's lots of rocks,
And she is in the house. And Rachel's just gonna go for a take. Eliminate the rocks and call it a game. It is officially 10 after 11 at night. Everyone had to travel to get here, so everyone's ready for bed. And here comes the tape. Oh,
So like in this
Porter noses it and keeps the rock in play.
it's not a huge deal.
They're gonna have to get the.
What are they doing?
What are they doing?
Oh, they must have burned it.
I don't know if that's not how we do. Like if we play basically.
All right, folks. It looks that Minnesota, one of the sweepers, must have burned a rock right before it hit. Otherwise, they would have stopped it beforehand. So, by rule, you put the red rock back, and Finlandia gets another shot. Keep it in play, and they're actually going to split the house. This rock seems a little heavy. I don't think it's going to stick around, folks. As Rachel gets ready to sweep it. And yeah, she took care of it, no problem. Just a little too heavy. And Finlandia would wanted to have that one back. All right, Hunter's rock is takeout. Gonna try and get all the rocks out of play. And that's what he does. He clears the board, folks.
So technically, I don't like figure out two sweepers past the team. Or is that really? Okay. That's only been told.
Because it's the delivery thing.
All right, and Finlandia is just gonna try for a corner guard again, or corner draw.
Okay, yeah.
That's
So
a
it's
good call.
right.
It's only one time twice.
Yeah, it's like there's the middle line and then there's the other middle line.
Sweepers are just letting it be.
An enemy rock is past that.
I think it's gonna stay around the back house.
Maybe the vice.
Yeah, back 8 foot.
Okay.
Yeah, you won't get back there.
And Rachel's just gonna go for the take again. See if Hunter can make some mayhem.
I mean, I don't keep up that closely with the rules. I've never heard only 30 count, but I think it's only one.
Sweep is on.
Yep. It's usually only.
Rock's throwing pretty hard.
Yep.
Might miss.
Unless it's on.
Oh, gets this off of it. Splits it off.
Then I'm pretty sure.
Hunter's like, yeah, I had that the whole way.
Generally, they just.
And if it's not your shot, you should
No,
be down there if you're not safe.
Right. Yeah, that's another thing.
All right, Finlandia's down to his last 3 rocks.
Yeah.
One more rock taken out, and the game is over.
There's a.
Sweepers are on it. You gotta get it there.
No penalty for it. You gotta get it really like the rule does it.
So like, I mean, kind of.
It's in the 2 zone,
during the game.
1 zone,
When you obviously.
and they're gonna get a biter.
What?
Keeping the hopes alive, folks.
Yeah, 3-4.
There's another thing on the other team. Stand off to the side.
Yeah.
Just don't move and like.
So now Rachel's just gonna
Kind of curious.
go and take it out. Doesn't matter if her stays or anything. Just hits it, gets it out of there, and call it a game.
So like there's the sidelines.
Yeah, you see over there. There's.
So like if there's not a game going on the other sheet,
All right, her shot's on the way.
then that sheet, but if there's a game you want to
Yeah.
A little narrow in the room.
Yeah.
Sweepers are sweeping it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
And it looks like she's gonna get it, folks.
All the way.
and like some
Yep.
if they go into like a really like shot there or edge of the sheet or something, I'll like quick go to the other side or something.
And that's game, folks. So Minnesota 1 beats Finlandia by a score of 7-4.
Can't tell anymore.
It's just all else fails. That's what.
And I'd like to take a brief moment and like to thank Jimmy John's for sponsoring our event today. And we will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Gonna do some more web streaming.